Hey, this is Matt once again. What about to the video? This is another paid request, this time for Jonathan Lindsey. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now, this is for A Christmas Story 2, which... Does anyone like this movie? No, so why would I be any different? This comes from a guy that doesn't even like the first movie, but yes, I would say the first movie is miles better than this, because the first film actually looks like a real movie. This looks like a bad skit that goes on for way too long. The first one, at least Bob Clark did a pretty decent job showing the aesthetic of the 1940s type of era. At least Darren McGavin, he was natural as the dad. At least the narrator didn't sound like a wannabe Adam West like this does. And at least it was telling its own story. Yes, it was based on a source material, but here it barely has a story just to fit in a bunch of references to the first movie. It's lazy, it's cheap, it's boring, it's very, very poorly acted in terms of everybody's very hammy, very ham-fisted, and a lot of the remember stuff, member berries. Do you remember the furnace and the dad yelling about the furnace? Do you remember Ralphie saying, "Oh, fudge," but it's not meant to be fudge? Do you remember the leg lamp? Do you remember Ralphie being forced to wear something stupid? In the first film, it was the pink... Put up the pink... Sound like fucking Darkman. Give me the pink outfit. The fucking pink rabbit outfit. Here, it's a reindeer outfit. In the first one, it's wanting a BB gun. And here, it's wanting a car. Only it's... Here, he fucks up a car, so he needs to pay for the car. And fix the car. Oh, one of his friends gets his mouth in... ton stuck. In the first, it was very icicle filled pole. Here, you know those devices that they have where you have a piece of letter, a piece of mail, and it goes whoop, and it goes through. You saw a bit of that in Tommy Boy. That's when Rob Lowe got his shirt ripped off. You see bits of that in a lot of other movies, The Shadow, other stuff. Antiquated system, but in this case, the guy is so stupid, he's like, let me put my face up here. Yeah, just like kissing a vacuum cleaner. Oh, chop suey. Because that wasn't enough to have that in the first one. We have that come back again in this one. Only the acting is much worse. At least, I don't mind Peter Billingsley's acting in the first. And he's definitely more tolerable than the one here. Like I said, Darren McGavin being a big fat coach at the Night Stalker, I think he did a good job as the dad. I kind of wish A Christmas Story is more from his point of view. Maybe I would have liked that movie more. Here, I like Daniel Stern, but this is the worst performance I've seen him give. It's very, I'm going like this. He's just very big, very broad. Like, there's nothing about him that will remind you of Darren McGavin's character or performance. He's not chewing the scenery. He's chewing the grass. He's chewing the lawn. He's chewing the paint. He's chewing the drywall. He's chewing everything. And he's like, just so over the top and terrible and not fun to watch. Like, if you want to see like, even Daniel Stern and Bushwhacked, you'd probably get some fun out of his performance. Here, just not the case at all. At least for me. And the narrator, here it's the writer of the script, while in the first was the man who wrote the source material. Here is the writer of the script. And it's like he's trying to sound like Adam West from Batman. And the whole look of the film is just cheap looking. It's fuzzy, it's ugly, the color scheme seems, I don't know if it's faded or if it's the usage of the filters. It looks very cheap and fuzzy. Like trying to have a shitty looking sitcom and it doesn't work. And it just, I don't know how else to put it, just a very ugly, aesthetically looking movie And by the way, this is it's supposed to be a much older Ralphie. Does this guy, is he wearing a fake nose? Is this supposed to be a fake nose? It looked fake. It looked like any minute now he's going to touch it and some silly putty's going to come out. Something about his schnoz looked fake. I don't know what it was. And again, Daniel Stern is very... it's his... I can't think of a worse performance I've seen from Daniel Stern. At times, Ralphie has daydreams like he did in the first one. In the first one, it was about what he would do with the BB gun. Here, there's this girl that he liked, so he dreams of saving her from the Nazis and other stuff, and he wants a car. And at times, he thinks about this girl. I swear he has a fucking orgasm, and he comes in his pants when he's hitting the cymbals in band camp. He's like, yeah, I'm sure you checked your shorts. Salute your shorts. It'd be a big old puddle of piss, puddle of mud. Did you take it all the way? Jesus Christ. Yeah, that one time in band camp. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong movie. So he really wants this car, and he's trying to get his dad and others to get this car for Christmas. And one thing leads to another, the car gets wrecked and he needs to pay for it. And it's like $85. Now let me tell you something. I'm like, $85? Man, how times have changed. So him and his two buddies get part-time jobs at the store. Again, the acting is just very exaggerated, very ham-fisted. I don't know how else to put it. There's nothing subtle about it. There's exaggerated dialogue exchanges and mannerisms, and you can very easily be annoyed by it. Like, what the fuck is this? And some of the jokes is like, either remember the first movie, or worked at this store, one of the jobs is trying to wrap presents for people, and a guy accidentally wraps a fucking baby. And so you see something move, and it's the baby. Oh, I hope that baby don't fucking suffocate. These are the jokes. That's funny. Hey, I almost suffocated a baby. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, so you also have the asshole Santa in the first one. You have an asshole Santa here. I don't know why I sound like Boston for something. Here. Needs lipstick over there. And you compare the Santa Claus where people are going up to sit on his lap. You compare how the film, just the set design and the location, where they shot it at, looks much bigger and more set dressing. Here, it's like a corner of whatever warehouse they filmed at. Throw in a couple things, here you go. I mean, this film looks like it barely had the budget of a sitcom. And the new additions is the mom being angry at Daniel Stern because he's so frugal. And he stimps up on buying for stuff, and he's so cheap. Like, he won't pay for turkey because it's Baba cents on the pound. And then he'll buy fish, but then, nah, the fish is too expensive, so he's trying to catch fish. And the mom's, like, mad that Daniel Stern is so cheap. At one point, the three guys get fired from their jobs, and then Ralphie begs, and he gets his job back, but he's got to wear his stupid reindeer outfit. The girl that he likes, you probably see her, 4 times in the movie? I think he sees her like 3 times in real life. The first time when we meet her, one time when he's in the stupid outfit, and she's walking by with people, and they're all laughing. And then there's like 1 or 2, dream sequences. He gets the money, but then, hey, he does the right thing. There's this homeless family. He gives them, at least some food and stuff. So he doesn't have the money anymore. And then, thankfully, the guy's like, nah, never mind. You don't have to pay me. It's Christmas. I'm like, yeah. That was Christmas, so people don't be more stingy. So that guy would be like, oh, okay, it's Christmas. I want double now. Double or nothing. Okay, I'll wait till New Year's. You give me double, I'm going to rip your throat out. That's reality what would happen, but, you know, I guess Christmas movie. Oh, it's forgiven. And then he gets the car, because Daniel Stern decides not to be so miserly with his money. And the girl goes up to him and says that she likes him. I'm like, bullshit. There's no way this girl would go up to him. Girl likes him? Why? Why does the girl like him? It makes no fucking sense. But it's, you know, supposed to be fantasy, Christmas story, whatever. I guess. And then they drive off and the movie's over. Like I said, it's cheap, it's low budget, it looks aesthetically ugly, it's ham-fisted, exaggerating its performances. A lot of the jokes is, do you remember the first? This was only made because the first movie became such a pop culture status quo, because on TNT, TBS, they kept rerunning this fucking thing over and over and over and over again. I never partook on that, because I've seen the film maybe twice. One back in the day, I believe, and then one when I reviewed it not too long ago. So I didn't watch it on TNT or TBS. I didn't grow up with it. And hey, when I upload the review, there's some people who really love the film. There's some people who don't. And if people love it, that's cool. I just don't get the love for the first one. I don't see what's funny about it. I don't see what's entertaining about it. Yeah, a little kid wanted a BB gun. And you got stupid jokes that I don't see it's what's funny in the first. I don't know what's funny about the first movie. Darren McGavin I liked as an actor, but at least that's better made than this. This has really nothing to offer. Even if you're a fan of the first movie, either you're seeing such repetitive stuff that you just go rewatch the first one, or you're seeing just a lesser version of it with worse acting, worse direction, and I don't even know who the director who did this. I have to look him up real quick. And like I was saying, the reason they did is because the first film had such a status of word of mouth throughout the years. And so this company said, well, we'll just release a sequel. Even if people don't like it, enough people will rent it, enough people will give it a chance, and they'll get a money. They think, oh, it's easy money. People will watch it, even if they think it sucks, they'll watch it. Which really wasn't the case, or if they did watch it, they'll find it to watch for free. And then that company, I think, did not last too long after releasing this fucking film. I mean, why do you think studios, Universal, why do you think they're releasing films like Bulletproof 2? Remember that? You don't? I did. It was horrible. Backdraft 2. There, what was it, Warner Brothers? That the Eraser sequel called Eraser Reborn? Yes, there was a... Remember the Arnold Schwarzenegger film Eraser? There's a film that came out called Eraser Reborn. This is directed by... And I knew this director's name sounded familiar. Earlier he directed Problem Child 2, The First Beethoven, The Flintstones with John Goodman, Jingle All the Way, which I enjoyed. That's a fun Christmas movie, Jingle All the Way. I think that's still a very fun Christmas movie because of Arnold, because of Sinbad. I like that movie. He also did Snow Dogs, Are We There Yet?, The Spy Next Door, Jackie Chan, the live-action direct-to-video Scooby-Doo movies, The Mystery Begins and Curse of the Lake Monster. And after this did Match 2, White House Hero. I mean, honestly, I would say Jingle All the Way is the best film this guy's done. I guess unless you're a hardcore fan of Are We There Yet with Ice Cube or fucking Well, you know, some people like Beethoven. I'm indifferent on it. Brian Levant. See, did he write the film? Just curious. If it goes up, come on. No, he didn't write the film. Nat Molden. Oh yeah, because he's the one who does the narration. He wrote episodes of Night Court, Capital Critters, for all who remember that cartoon. Mice, rats, and roaches who reside in the basement walls of the White House. Oh, he wrote The Preacher's Wife with Denzel Washington, a film that no one remembers Denzel was in, with Whitney Houston. Oh, he helped write Dr. Dolittle and Open Season. Yeah, no wonder it sucks. This is a dog shit sequel to a film I'm not even a fan of, but this is a dog shit sequel. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.